After a 5-5 tie on Friday night at Aurora, the Foresters followed it up on Saturday on home ice with a 3-0 win over the Spartans. The Foresters finished the 2018-2019 regular season second in the NCHA South Division with a record of 9-5-4 in conference play, 11-8-6 overall. The Foresters will host Aurora in the first round of the NCHA playoffs in a first-to-3-point format system. I'm Cam McGuire, the voice of Forester Hockey, and head coach Pat Keller joins me next in this week's episode of Inside Forester Hockey. Well, Coach, the regular season is over, and Friday night it was a 5-5 tie at Aurora, and then followed it up on Saturday with a 3-0 win, and that was a good response after a little bit of a letdown on Friday night.
Yeah, a little bit would probably be an understatement, but yeah, I mean, I thought Saturday, the team played well. It was a good response because Friday obviously wasn't good enough, and not to take anything away from Aurora, they're a good team, but when we got a 4-1 lead, you can't give that up. So we were pretty lucky there on Friday to get one late, come away with a tie. So I think for the guys on Saturday to, consistently for 60 minutes, bring that effort and compete was something we didn't do Friday. So we hopefully learned from it and moved on. And but yeah, it was definitely a good night, senior night, getting the 3-0 win. So.
Well, eight goals scored for the Foresters this weekend, and your top scorers on the team, they had big weekends. Joey Sardina, Aaron O'Neill both had 2 goals and an assist, and Bron Loisel had 3 assists. It's got to feel good to see the top scorers kind of gel a little bit in the last weekend heading into the playoffs here. Yeah,
I mean, I think obviously those guys are important to what we're doing offensively, and yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can get your top guys going, it's a good thing. And I thought those guys on the weekend were, just playing good assertive hockey, taking pucks to the net, and at the end of the day, I think this time of year, like you need your top guys to step up and be top guys. And this weekend it was good to see, and hopefully it rolls into next weekend.
Well, in the Foresters' 3-0 win on Saturday, the penalty kill was perfect, going 7-7, and that was kind of a question mark heading into the weekend after last weekend, giving up some power play goals, especially in the third period. Had to feel good to see the special teams do pretty well this weekend.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think special teams is so much about confidence. Sometimes you get that first, kill or two early in a game and you build a little bit of confidence. But, I think the previous weekend in terms of the penalty kill, like I had mentioned, I don't think it was anything really structurally, or it was just, I think, kind of that willingness to, block shots, be aggressive, do the little things that add up. And I think we saw that. I thought our forecheck was better. I thought, our D zone was better. We were more aggressive and assertive on pucks. And, at the end of the day, special teams are such a big role that, hopefully we got a little confidence. I thought the power play the last couple weekends, only I think maybe 1 goal, but getting a lot of really good chances. And so for those guys, they should have some confidence in that, and hopefully we can kind of keep building on and get some momentum.
Well, for the first time since 2015, the Foresters are going to be on home ice for the playoffs as they host Aurora on Friday night at 7 p.m. and then Saturday at 7 p.m. as well, and possibly a mini game to follow. But this is an Aurora team you saw 3 times in the regular season. You guys are really familiar with them. They're really familiar with you. Does that kind of, when you look at the weekend, does that hurt you guys, or does that help you guys, or is something you not really think about?
I mean, I think it's something that you think about for sure, and I don't know that it helps or hurts one team more than the other. I think obviously getting home ice is big, and if that's kind of the one advantage we have, we'll certainly take it, and maybe get some line matchups that you might want, things like that. But I mean, both teams are going to have a lot of familiarity, right? So, and I think both teams will probably have an adjustment or two they want to make, or some things in the back pocket to, if things aren't going the way they want to on Friday night there. But I think both teams know at the end of the day it should be a really competitive weekend. I think ultimately that's what we've learned through 3 games, and although we're 2-0-1 against them, this year, I think they're a really good team. They're skilled up front, and it's something that we're going to have to be ready for a really competitive weekend with everything on the line.
Well, it's 3 straight years in the playoffs. The excitement level's got to be really high this year, hosting for the first time since, obviously, 2015. You guys fell in the mini game that year to follow, but what's the excitement level like, and what's kind of the buzz surrounding the team and also the school right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think guys are certainly excited to have kind of secured that home ice in the first round, and I think within the team the guys feel good. When we're playing well this year, like we've shown at times, I think we can be a really dangerous team. We have everyone contributing, everyone pulling in the same direction. I think our team can do great things, and but I think this time of year, like it's really important not to get ahead of yourselves. There's Friday night, Saturday, and possible mini game, but at the end of the day, we got to take care of Friday night first and foremost. We got to have a good week of practice here and be ready to execute come Friday.
Well, it's a weekend you won't want to miss, and if you can't make it out to Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse, you can always watch online at GoForesters.com. Both games this weekend against Aurora scheduled for 7 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 6:45. This has been another episode of Inside Forester Hockey. Thanks for watching.